quite the sentiment across Asia. Asia, in fact, is seeing a serious bout of profit taking come by, and most those indexes are actually holding out in the red. The market opened then this Friday morning, and yes, it's lower, 24,961. So we've given up the 25,000 trend, and straight up, let's see what Bajaj Finance is up to and how those earnings are actually going in by. That's quite a sizable gap down, 5.25% lower for Bajaj Finance, and it doesn't seem like the selling is going to abate just here. It perhaps could get worse before it gets better for Bajaj Finance. But what about the rest of the entire financials pack? That also will come up for you on your screens. While ICICI Bank surely is running out well, Bajaj Finance is, of course, the big drag, and HDFC Bank starts off pretty flattish in trade right now as we speak right now. But the rest of the NBFCs is what we should actually flag off and check in on how the sentiment on those stocks are. Okay, SRF, BEL, Bajaj Consumer, are we seeing any positive takeaways coming in there? There you go, Shriram Finance as well, lower. SRF down about 2.5%. BEL should come up for you on your screens. Bajaj Consumer as well, lower by 2.5%, even though the board has okayed that buyback. BEL stabilizing around that 400 odd level or so. For Phoenix Mills as well, it's been an inline set. Aurobindo Pharma, which is considering bids for a generic drug maker Zentiva, or that's what the reports seem to be indicating. Phoenix Mills starts off in the green, Oro Pharma down 0.5%. For Emphasis as well, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, so let's see how that stock is going down in trade right now. Emphasis up about almost 3% as we speak. Cyient, a mixed Q1 for them. For Sun Pharma, there is that settlement deal in the generic pharma antitrust litigation in the US court. Cyient starts off in the green, mildly so. Sun Pharma mildly in the red. And UTI AMC, which has had a weak quarter for itself. Weak core rate, high tax rate impact. DLF, they've sold out all their 4 towers which they launched in phase 1 of the first Mumbai project. The sales have been clocked in at 2,300 crore rupees. So that's the other stock which is also in focus. And REC, wherein the NII has been in line with estimates, and there's been a profit uptick of roughly about 29.5%. That's the other stock which is also in focus this morning. Other than that, I want to check in on what IEX is up to, what Coforge, what Persistent are doing, given that these were the big casualties yesterday. That entire gamut, well, quite a bit of reversal actually on IEX, and so is the case for a Coforge, and Persistent then will come up for you on your screens next. But that's pretty much the color that you're seeing. The Nifty is down 0.5%, and now it falls in line with the rest of the indexes. But Snehi, what about the UK-India FTA trade deal sensitives? What are those sectors up to?
Well, absolutely, Aisha. Lots of stocks to watch out for when it comes to the UK FTA, UK-India FTA. First up, let's talk about which sectors could be affected positively. You have the Alcobev sector that could be in focus. So, I want to take a look at what United Spirits is doing this morning. Other than that, from the auto pack, majorly it's going to be Tata Motors on the back of their JLR unit. So, Tata Motors could also be positively affected in today's trade. Yesterday it was doing well. Today it's a little subdued. From the pharma space, you'll have Lupin, Biocon, Dr. Reddy's that have sizable exposure to the UK market. But, well, the pharma names are also looking quite weak, and that's largely in line with what the benchmarks are doing right now. On the green energy front, Adani Green, Tata Power, NTPC Green could be in focus. From Cap Goods, you have Bharat Forge, Cummins, ABB India with exposure to the UK. Defence and Aerospace, BEL, HAL, L&T could be in focus. On the back of metals, now that we have duty-free access to non-ferrous metals in the UK, a whole bunch of steel stocks, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, SAIL, Hindalco, Vedanta could also be in focus. And of course, a couple of textile names like Gokuldas Exports could also impact positively, could benefit from this UK-India FTA. But, well, in line with how the market is trending right now, a lot of these stocks that were expected to do well today are rather tempered, and that is what the first trades are showing us this morning.